Hi, everybody. Well, Royal Caribbean is making some changes to their loyalty program, and people are, well, they're kind of okay with it. So, not too long ago, Royal Caribbean announced that they are now sharing the status between all their cruise lines. So if you had high status with Royal Caribbean and you go on a celebrity cruise, you will now be able to have the high status that you would have had equal to celebrity. It'll match it, right? Everybody was pretty excited about that. And then shortly after that, Carnival came out and they announced their new loyalty program. And people did not like it because you were losing your permanent loyalty status. So all the status you might have built up over 20 years of cruising, now it'll all go away after a certain amount of time and you have to re-earn it every 2 years. And people are not happy. They're just calling it, no loyalty to the customer anymore. What are you doing? And then Royal Caribbean came back out recently now and said they're making some more changes. And we hear that and immediately, our hair on the back of our neck starts getting up and we go, wait a minute, you're making changes. I don't know about this. And then people started finding out a little bit more about it. And what they're calling it is loyalty points choice, which means as you're earning these status points and everything, they're going to allow you to get these points and apply them to different aspects of the cruise. Exactly what that means now, we're not quite sure, but it might mean something like, oh, you can apply it to get more drinks. You could apply it here to get specialty dining restaurants. You could do it here to get priority access to the spa or their private area for adults only. We're not really sure. They're saying more details are going to come out soon because this all now takes effect in 2026. But people are looking at this and they were saying, well, wait a minute, what does that do for status? And Royal Caribbean has come right back out and said, even using these points on the other brands like Celebrity will still accumulate your points in Royal Caribbean. So it doesn't stop there. Every cruise you take, no matter which one of their brands you're going on, you will earn points on all the brands, which is pretty good. So if I go on now a 10-day Celebrity cruise, it counts as a 10-day cruise on Royal Caribbean. And so my status goes higher. And they are definitely saying so far that they're not changing the loyalty, you're still going to build up lifetime status. That's not going away. At least for now, that's what they've been saying. So that's some pretty good changes. And people have now compared that over to Carnival, where it looks more like you have to spend a lot of money in 2 years to get any kind of status, and they're not happy. And now there's the question of, are people going to start jumping from Carnival to Royal Caribbean? Now remember, Carnival kind of has a niche. It was known as the cheaper cruise. Can't always say that now. MSC cruises can actually be way cheaper than most cruise lines out there. They used to be the 3 and 4 day, 5-day cruise line. Well, Royal Caribbean is going to 3 and 4 day cruises on a lot of their big ships nowadays. And so is that more attractive to the younger crowd? The party goers, the 21-year-olds, the 25-year-olds, the ones who just want to get away for a weekend or get away for a 4-day trip. Carnival used to own that because basically no one else was doing it. Now Royal Caribbean's doing it as well. And now top it off with the loyalty changes to both, people are wondering, hey, do you think a lot of people are going to jump ship from Carnival to Royal Caribbean? That's some questions that the executives over at the Carnival Corp are going to have to answer because, for instance, I have the highest status you can get with Princess, obviously. I do my groups on Princess a lot of the times. I have high status. But if I go on Holland America, I have good status, but it's not the highest because I'm not on Holland America as often. If I go on Costa cruises or P&O cruises, I have no status basically on that. I'm like 2 sailings on each of those. So basically, I don't have, brand sharing across all of my fleet. Now, they have nine companies that they would have to share all this across. And each company runs very much individually. Princess does not follow Carnival's rules. Holland America does not follow Princess's rules. They all have their own way of running things with their own CEO, their own management, etc. They even do different advertising completely based on what they think their clients need. But that loyalty status match across brands is becoming very attractive to people who sail with Royal Caribbean Corp because they can try 3 different cruise lines and their status still grows on their favorite one. We may see some changes coming in brand loyalty in the near future.